being abused. They come together, and my nephew feels like, and it's true. I do have a shorter, like with him, he can do something wrong, and it's like with black people. I'm not mad at you because you're black.
Understand part, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't did shit to you. You don't.
That's almost the same way as if a white man wouldn't give a black man that many chances because he's sleeping with a white woman.
Listen,
it ain't got nothing to do with you.
You show up late to work one time, your ass is on the rocks, dog.
You know what I'm saying? I know you fucking Becky Jamal. Fuck you.
You know. I know white boys who have had like cocaine addictions and they paid for them to go to rehab and then come back to work. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So I mean,
in that way, it's similar. You know, I mean, I feel like I said with my nephew particularly. I talked to him a lot when he's now he's 35 now. He was 19, and I was seeing that was just like we didn't know what he was before, but he did have high trauma with a real sexual predator, and in his mind he thinks that has a lot to do with it. That's why he's conflicted. Because somebody who really feels like they came about this at a natural way. They're just born like this, doesn't have as much conflict as somebody who's been touched. And,
I can agree with that.
And I've seen both. So it's hard, and I feel bad, you know. And I do try to treat everybody equally. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
I just think at the end of the day, the gay, I'm just gonna say the gay community, the LGBT, we're gonna put all y'all there. I think they just need to accept the fact that some people don't agree with their lifestyle, and it's okay. Don't try to attack everybody who's not down with that. You know what I'm saying? Just accept it for what it is. So everybody's not going to agree with that shit.
Do y'all feel that you could be a lesbian or bisexual before you have sex? Like, can you actually be that, or you?
Well, it goes off like sexual attraction, right? Like that's what we're talking about, sexual attraction. So, I mean, I was sexually attracted to a male before I actually had sex with a male. Like I was like, something's happening down there. What's going on?
Yeah, like everybody.
My first point of it, I like pussy.
The first shit I was seeing was like,
and I don't see why not.
The first titty I think I've ever really seen was like in a Playboy magazine. And
yeah.
Instant boner.
Yeah,
I like those. I don't know what those are.
I don't know these are, but
do with none of those. I like that shit. So I got caught looking at fucking Playboys. Like, oh shit.
So the first titty wasn't your mother?
It probably was, but I wasn't old enough to remember. I was in breastfeeding at 14 and shit 14? Like that.
Okay.
Nigga, I forgot my mama took it a long time ago.
My mom stopped breastfeeding us at 3 months.
That's true.
My mom old school. She ain't play that shit. All right, you done, nigga. You about to eat these grits.
I only say that because of this reason. I have 4 sisters, right? And I've seen my 4 sisters in various stages of dress all my life. But not once did I see my brain say that I'm attracted to that. Why is that?
Yeah, I got 3 sisters.
Yeah, but why naturally do you?
Because you don't see your sisters as sexual objects.
Hold on, because like biogenetically, right? Like, aren't we wired to not want to mate with those that are closest to us?
Yeah,
because it's not good for our genes. Like, you know, we get those recessive genes.
Yes,
but I just like you, I got all sisters and I've seen them walk around all the time, but when you said that, I was like, oh, I forgot my sister got titties. I didn't realize my sister had titties since just now. I was like, yeah, they do got titties, don't they?
Which is the other issue.
Yeah, like I said, the first titties that outside of my family I seen was in a magazine.
Yeah.
But I don't even thought, like, yeah, my sister got titties. Like, I just thought of that just now when you said that. I was like, yeah.
Only because I was telling somebody about this.
They are attached to breasts. I didn't know that.
And they was talking about how what's the default sexual preference, right? So I said it's heterosexuality. Because like I look at my son, right? My son will tongue down his mother, right? And his sister. But he'll look at me and his brother like, Or like just off the natural, like he just knows.
Like nigga, fuck out of here.
He knows at 5 months that, and if he did it to him, myself and his brother, I would feel a way about that. You understand?
At 5 months.
Yes, I would. That's where it starts.
Damn, bro.
What are you?
I know you coming from. Like,
I mean, at 5 months, he don't even know he tonguing down. Like
he does know.
Listen,
Yo.
He don't know, like, oh, I'm about to get the off of this. Like, the fuck?
What he's saying is his first instinct is not, let me kiss a dude on the mouth. Like, I know what you said. Like, that's his first natural instinct. Like, all right, it's okay to kiss women. Dudes, fuck out of here. I'm not kissing y'all. Get out of here.
Okay, I got a question though. What about, because I got a homeboy, he has a son. Like, when his son was a baby, he'd be like, oh, give him a kiss on the mouth.
Yeah.
Like, he ain't tongue him down, but he like, and the baby like, all that shit.
Have fine motor skills.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so it's not like his son's like, ooh, shit. Daddy.
I'm talking about fight or flight.
Come here, Zaddy. Like,
I'm talking about fight or flight. Like, you know, your natural first instinct is like, bong, is that. I'm not saying that he's like, oh, he's safe. Like, nah, I just feel like, as a, especially like growing, like I said, I grew up in a house full of women.
Yeah.
You know, the expectation of me being gay was like, I just, like, on everything I love, I remember.
You probably should have turned out gay. That's the crazy part.
Kindergarten.
I'm about to say.
Being called a faggot by grown ass men. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little faggot. Get from under your mama. Come over and stand by me.
We don't let that
work. That don't even sound right. Why would you tell somebody else?
That's a part of the that's a part of our culture though, right? So when there's a young boy that grows up in a household that's mostly women, even the women treat him extra rough. Like, like.
Yeah, I just get punched all the time.
Hold on, they thought he was gonna be gay.
Yeah.
So your name would have been Jai up in that guy?
Fuck that.
Just like that.
Fuck that.
I had to do it.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I love it. I love it.
Nigga, fuck that shit.
You can always depend on
it. Keep it funky. That shit was a good one.
No fucking wasn't.
That was a
good one.
That shit was long.
Yeah, exactly.
That was below the belt for a job.
Yeah, they would have said that shit about Sean. He was like, ha ha ha, funny, because you're gay. Like, damn,
He's
son.
like brawling up in that Sean, but.
Or we were that strong inside of Sean. He'd be like, ha, that's funny. Like,
it's true though, because I have 4 sisters.
Fuck you, Jai.
It'd be like NJ Big City or something.
We used to be like, oh.
Alright, bro.
Watch out, he has 4 sisters. I'm like, what do you mean? Sisters don't equal becoming gay. Like I know homeboys that had like all brothers and something like.
If anything, to make you tougher because now you gotta fight niggas like yo, because everybody trying to fuck your sisters.
Exactly.
That was my whole life. Like yo, you're not gonna fuck my sister. I'm gonna fight you. I just tell niggas just like that. Like nah, so I'm trying to holler at you. It's like no, you're not. Now we gotta fight. I don't like you no more. We can't be friends. Oh, we can't be friends. I don't want to talk to you. It's like, no, we can't. I will fuck you up every day I see you. Every day you come to my house trying to talk to my sister, I'm just going to fight you.
What was your age range? Mine's is like way, like.
My oldest sister is 10 years older than me. My second oldest sister is like, I think she's like a year and a half older than me. And I got a little sister, and she's like 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
see, mine's is mine.
But she didn't grow up with us. But at the same time, everybody knows my little sister.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, niggas, I'll fuck y'all up. Like, don't play with me.
Yeah.
So even when I'm out of town, niggas like, nah, chill, that's Jai's sister. Like, yeah, because I will call the goons like, yo, go see this nigga, son. Like, I don't, like, you're not, if you're trying to date one of my sisters, I can't do shit about that. But you're not going to be trying to smut my sister out. Because I got to be out in these streets.
Yeah.
I got to see look niggas in the face like, nigga, we going to run the train on your sister. Like, I'll kill all y'all.
Oh, yeah. That's
all of y'all get a good 3 y'all. Fuck out of here.
Oh, no, that's being real.
I
didn't
play about that shit. So, like, and I should tell my sister, because my sister was never like that. You know, like at the time when we moved to New York, my sister was 21. She had the twins. She had my oldest nephew. And like, she had a brand new 3-bedroom apartment, and she was taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we was there to watch the twins. Mm-hmm. So like, she was already on her shit. She was grown. But like I said, my second oldest sister is like a year and a half older than me. So we just like, she's out here. We're both in high school, in middle school, running around the streets. These niggas trying to fuck her. I'm like, no, this shit is not happening. It's not on my fucking watch. Yeah. My sister lost her virginity at like 22. Yeah. I did my job, goddammit. Yeah. I was not playing like nigga. Like, I mean, like, big brawling ass niggas, like, and my oldest sister, like, she used to walk around with the pum pum shorts and everything. You know the 90s pum pum shorts and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, put some fucking clothes on. Like, I just hate that shit because I got to be in the streets. Oh, son, your sister got the wild fat ass. Like, let's fight right now. Don't fucking play with me like that. No, so I'm just joking. Like, no, I don't. That's why I'm not gonna front. That's why I used to like do shit like feeling some of my homeboys' moms' asses and shit because I was taller than them, and they moms were like, "Oh, you so tall," and she'd hug me and I'd grab her ass and look them in the face like, "Yeah, I can fuck your mom before you go fuck one of my sisters, yo."
So I always wanted this thing, right?
Honest to God, the truth. I'm not lying about that.
But I always wanted this thing because I just thought about something. I've seen people I've been around struggle with this, brothers of sisters who are hoes. And no, I'm saying like they struggle because they
always sound like a Jerry Springer title.
Niggas, that fuck niggas head. No, listen.
Charles Slim, bro.
Brothers of sisters of hoes. And ladies, if you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. It's all right.
No, but the reason I say that because I've seen guys clown niggas because they sisters is hoes. And that's fuck, and they can't really do nothing about it because their sister a hoe. They can't control her.
Son,
and that shit
I be feeling so bad for niggas like that. So
that shit fucking niggas.
Because you're not gonna control the world, right. Especially a black man. You're not gonna control her. So you gotta hope you gotta be around and let niggas know, like. But if you wild pussy and niggas don't, I don't like to say like I was the toughest guy or niggas respected me, but niggas was like, this nigga's willing to take an ass for me for his sisters. Just leave him the fucking always. Like if you really take that ass for me, like you might have to.
My brother only had one friend. And I thought that he was so cute.
See, look, I hate you so much.
He thought I was cute too, but then my brother was like,
he can't be my friend.
I'm gonna have to shoot you. Like that's what's got to happen. And I was like, well, why not?
You can't be my friend.
I don't understand. He was like, you don't need to be with people like that. You need better friends.
Shout out to
and you know why? I'm gonna tell you why a lot of niggas hate that.
Wait, his friend was perfect for exactly he needed him for.
Yeah.
To fuck these hoes and do wild shit with.
Like, nigga,
not perfect for you.
Exactly.
And the worst thing you can do is tell your sister, like, no, my man, like, the nigga's the worst thing in the world.
Oh, they gonna like, oh, really? Let me find out.
Like, no, I'm gonna punch a circle through your fucking face.
I was not
gonna
find out.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you.
The street was ghost. I did not.
I'm gonna tell you why this. And I've seen this before. Why they fuck niggas' heads up is because you know how niggas be hanging around each other and we be joking on each other. You can't talk. The nigga who sister is a hoe he ain't got no leverage because everybody gonna be like, nigga, I skied on your sister's face. What the fuck you gonna say to me?
Yeah.
Like he don't. No, I'm serious.
You gotta move. You can't live.
You cannot get into. You can't talk to nobody if your sister a hoe.
Wait, that's the other thing too. That's the other thing. So say everybody.
My mother. There's not a whole lot of things that I find disrespectful, and maybe it'll change after I get married. But being came on the face, that shit sound hella disrespectful, dog.
Nah,
like it just sounds like
your sister was down with
it. Art.
That's called finger painting.
But
that shit.
But like mother said,
protein painting.
Mother said the same thing. Like the reason she was like chased in her teenage life because she had brothers. It's kind of like you, like older, like younger brothers, but they're close in age, and they hear their friends. Oh, that bee was so ugly. You had to put a brown bag over her head. Mm-hmm. And every time they used to say, we pop up, this is what they used to say. This is how I used to talk. This is the 50s though. We hit them on top of the head. Her legs pop open.
Wow.
Damn. They used to talk.
All the grandparents out there, I bet not ever hear y'all talking trash about the shit that kids say now, because y'all were out of control.
Oh, they were way worse back then.
And didn't even have no birth control.
Out of control, y'all.
No pull down.
So it's true. Like,
you know Jimmy hats.
She's like, faggots. If I did all that, they was.
I didn't want to say that word.
I can't go back home. I can't go back to the
Ain't that a Greek story?
It's like that. You know what I'm saying? But my sister older. My sister's older, so I didn't have that.
I'm the oldest, so
they had their own goons though. They had my father. But I didn't have to play that position. They just had that. They had their whole network set up.
Yeah, that's almost like, okay, if you're a young nigga in the hood and you see some OGs, right, and they don't really know you, and you talk to them, say you rap with them or something, and they be like, man, you look familiar. Who your mama is? And you tell them, oh, your mama Bernice. Boy, back in the day,
I knock your ass out. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, what was that shit on House Party? They call it
that shit.
Yeah. What was that shit?
Your mama, so-and-so, ain't it? Well, I took her to the prom.
No, you remember that scene?
Set your house on fire.
Hey, what was that scene on House Party where they was
House Party 3? It was
Jawbone. What? I knew you. And you said, come on.
Come on.
You
gotta die that day.
Yeah.
You got one of us gotta get
so
pregnant
right now.
But I'm serious. Like,
I don't mean
like,
no nigga that saw my mama naked at any point in my life.
Exactly.
You saw
I
my
really
mama.
don't feel no type of way about my brothers getting anything. If they hold
And that's weird
though. However, having said that, it can't be my friends. It can be anybody else, but it can't be my friends.
That'd be the first ones niggas be going for this.
It can't be my friends, but it's mainly because I want to protect them. Not
my sister ain't have
the ones
friends with me to fuck. So.
You know the ones that's easiest to hit are the chicks with all brothers. They be trying to throw that pussy, but the brother, it be too many brothers. Like I don't think it's worth it.
Nah, him.
She got so much protection that she just feel like fuck that. I'm gonna rebel because you know women gonna rebel anyway. So she's trying to fuck.
Rebel.
No.
Yes. Teenagers rebel. Don't do that. Think forward.
No.
Yes.
Think reverse. Nigga, they be trying to throw that pussy because they know like they not trying to hear that shit. So.
I normally do not agree with the job, but
men
growing
rebel
up,
as well.
Look, we do, but it's not in that.
It's not sexually, but
that's what we're trying to get at.
Because it's acceptable for men to trick off. That's why. So it's not considered rebellion. It's considered being a man.
You gotta look at it like the same conversation,
like
right?
Chick, and she got like 10 brothers. Well, that pussy is yours. You might have to take an ass woman or two.
Oh, you're gonna take a lot of ass women.
You don't
look. So you can be a wild nerd and not trying nothing. They gonna still fuck you up.
They gonna try you.
Yup.
I nigga try to fuck our sister.
You gotta look at it like this. You can have the same exact conversation. A girl come up to one of your homegirls, come up to you and be like, "Yo, brother, fuck half of school. He a hoe." You ain't gonna be like, right? But let that same conversation be in reverse, nigga. Your sister a hoe, she fuck half the school. You gonna punch that nigga? Like, don't be talking about my sister like that.
Unless you like, man, it is what it is.
Unless you accept it.
I know.
God damn it, stop sucking dick back there. What you doing?
Or you accept the fact that we equal. Maybe they both hoes.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, isn't the main reason why we see it differently because the nature?
Why are we having this conversation?
Because nature of sex, right? Like men can't get skeeted on. Like
yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Not visibly.
Yes, they can.
We can, but we like it. It's good for our beds, so we don't really care about that as much.
I mean, it's just my face.
I cannot confirm or deny any of that.
Face. Just don't get it on my face.
You can confirm or deny. But you know,
you can't control that shit.
Shit is luxurious.
Sometimes
that's why I was here.
Sometimes I pull out goddamn.
What's up with your beer, bro?
It's going everywhere.
Just letting everybody know Oz is back.
Why you look like that, Osmond?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, tired, man. He ain't even.
That nigga had to drive fucking 8 states away and shit and back just to go get this charger. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
You know it's dedication.
Sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Let's get on to the next subject.
Yeah, let's go. What's up with
Chris
the Chris Brown?
Yeah. Let's talk about Chris Brown.
All right. Please start.
All right. So Chris Brown's last album, he did a bunch of songs, all that stuff. One was like Pretty Brown or the Brown song with Remy Ma and stuff. So all that stuff.
She punched niggas.
Yeah. So there was a line in a song, and he said, "I only fuck with black girls with good hair." That's what he said.
Yeah.
Some people took offense to it. Personally, when I heard it, I thought, I mean, black girls have good hair, so I didn't really take offense to it, but okay. So people were like upset or whatever, right? So he was basically like, he went back and he was like, I mean, well, what he did was he attacked the women. What he did was attack the women. He was like, I bet you everybody got a problem with it. Y'all bitches probably ugly and ain't got no hair. He was like, I'm gonna say all y'all hoes lace fronts. Which made it worse, but it was fucking hilarious. So he was like, somebody drop a profile picture. Y'all bitches ain't drop a profile picture yet because you ugly. Like he went in again. But in the midst of all of that, Tokyo Vanity,
people who don't know who she is, somebody's on.
My best friend Finna, that girl. She commented and she said,
like, go best friend shit.
Yeah, she said, like she was like, her issue isn't that Chris Brown has a preference, because everybody was like, well, you mad because he said it. No, her issue isn't that Chris Brown had a preference. Her issue was he tried to play it off like he was actually attracted to all black or different types of black women, but according to her sources, when he's in clubs and stuff in LA,
he don't have
in the
dark-skinned chicks and nothing like that.
Yes, and according to her sources, the bouncer says no darkies. That's what he says to the women when they, they come and pass or whatever. It is still a preference, but her thing was don't try to make it seem like that's not your preference. Like, don't try to downplay what you really trying to say. That was what she was saying. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Everybody.
My whole problem with when I first heard it.
Let me go. Y'all really give a fuck about a nigga with pink hair? What he said?
Thank you.
About,
let's
just break this the fuck down. This nigga beat the shit out of Rihanna. Y'all still don't tossing this nigga pussy like fuck out of here. Like your opinion is null and void.
That's also a valid.
Fuck out of here.
Why are you mad?
Look,
you
fuck out of here.
Like, why
this
you
nigga
mad?
He beat the shit out of Rihanna, but he's supposed to be politically correct.
Son, this nigga has been on a crackhead starter kit for years.
That baby is on something.
Like that nigga, this nigga look cracked out and terrible. It's like
that baby on something.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, come
on. You can't take this
shit to worry about. Oh, he only like.
I personally I didn't take offense, and I always say this: like, if you have a preference, that's not what bothers me because I have a preference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like my preference, I prefer that your stomach not hang over your belly. I mean, not over your belt buckle. That's a preference of mine. Damn. Mostly because mine doesn't. So I'm not asking for much. You know what I'm saying? Like I have preferences as well. When women say, "Oh, if I'm a fuck with a nigga, he gotta have this, this, and this, and blah 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 blah," and then when a nigga say, "Oh, well, I ain't got that," and you call him a bum, like you know what I'm saying? We all have preferences. So that's not the part that bothers me. I only have an issue when your preferences are based on generalizations that are incorrect. For example, when Kodak Black said, "I don't fuck with darkies because they too unruly," and this, that. When you make those generalizations about people, about groups of people, that's my issue.
No, fuck your story. Let me say this. Now, this is the difference. Now, I never gave Kodak Black a pass for it, because, I mean, I still feel like he's ignorant as fuck for what he said. But when you go to Miami...
Listen.
No, let me finish.
I know what you're about to say. I understand those are his experiences.
No, that's not what I'm about to say.
No, it's not. It's what are you about to say?
What I'm about to say is when you go down there, and you're a Haitian down there, Haitians they're color struck. They do not fuck with darks at all. Okay. There was a chick that because he was about to tell the story. There was a chick and she's darker than him damn near. She told him, "Yo, my family wouldn't even really like if they knew I was fucking with you, somebody else dark like me."
I mean, that's not uncommon though. A lot of light skinned people only fuck with dark skinned people. Yeah.
Like, I mean, but that's like because with him, a lot of people didn't even know Kodak was Haitian. I'm like, once I heard it, and people was going, I'm like, "Yo, y'all mad at the wrong thing. Like, yo, don't even get mad at him." Like,
but if he had said because that's just my preference, that's one thing. No. But when you make a generalization, that's an issue. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care if your granddaddy, whoever.
Old Haitian women that say the same shit.
And they wrong too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you can't, if that's how he was raised, those are people he was raised by.
Listen, you grown enough to learn different shit. We all grow up
He was like 17 when he said
it. Bro.
All right, Key, and this is another thing too. Wait, this is another thing too.
I take ideas from high school friends all the time. All of us took ideas from high school friends. It's not just
this is what
y'all acting like everybody is as smart as you are.
No, I didn't say as smart as me, but y'all trying to make it seem like he didn't have an opportunity to think differently. And I'm saying, yes, the fuck he did.
But he chose not to because that's what he came up to. But that's how he came up. He don't know better. I'm saying he don't know better.
That's your opinion. I disagree.
That's not
no. That's not an opinion.
That's how he was raised.
If you go to Haiti,
listen, there are people that were raised racist, and they can combat that. Sorry,
I get what you're saying.
There's nothing you can say to Haiti otherwise.
Look, if you go to Haiti,
you holding him on too high.
Yeah,
I know Haitians that don't feel that way.
Oh, I'm talking
about fresh off the boat Haitians that don't feel that way. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I do. So
I don't know many of them.
I have yet to meet a Haitian that's actually felt that way, and I know quite a few Haitians.
Because it's bullshit around here. Don't get the bullshit on your feet. Everybody,
I don't know.
Put it like this. Haitians, okay. Yeah, the Florida Haitians.
Yes.
Thank you. They're different.
That's what we're trying to say.
You said Haitians.
In general.
We never got to it.
In
general.
You
gotta let
Haitians. You could have said Florida Haitians.
No. You gotta let us tell the story first.
In general.
No, it's not.
Okay, let's say that they're not all monolithic, right? Like, I know Haitians that feel that way, right? From certain regions that feel like. Mm-hmm. You know that you probably be better served bringing home somebody white home. That's facts. Where just so it changes the racial or the complexion of the children coming afterwards. And then I know Haitians that are very Afrocentric, and they both dark, and they both play they're both into whatever the culture is, and they go with that. And there are Haitians that are about money or whatever, but there's all kinds of Haitians.
And that's not specific to just Haitian people. Like black people, there are Black Americans who only want their son to bring home.
I get what Haitians are telling us.
A little deeper.
Yeah, this is what I'm telling. This is not us.
Yeah, we're not just.
This is what Haitians are telling us.
Yeah, this is what we were.
I'm trying to tell you the story that's what she told me about her Haitian family.
Yeah,
and the Haitian she come up around. She's dark as me.
Darker.
Her husband was
he was Dominican. Yeah.
Her kids are light skinned, so she's like, oh, if I was to ever take you around my family, they'd be like, bro, what are you doing? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like a bunch of South Florida Haitians that's straight from Haiti. That's how a lot of them feel. She said to herself, she's like, yeah, like Haitians are real color straight. They like light skinned people. I'm telling you this because this is what I was told by multiple Haitian people in the Haitian community down in South Florida. Okay. I didn't say every last Haitian felt that way. I'm just saying from
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And Elder Barge is Haitian, right? They're Haitian people.
I didn't know that.
Elder Barge's mother's Haitian. So father's white. Yeah. You're not gonna hear a documentary about the fuckery he was doing to
that nigga was.
Yeah,
you're not gonna hear Joe Jackson.
Elder Barge. Elder Barge's father.
All the children, drug use, beating the mother to smithereens. We know about
smithereens.
I'm telling you.
Bye, Joe. That sound like an Acme cartoon.
Exactly. Goddamn, Wally the
This is what he
Wild E. Coyote.
This is what he was doing, but I've seen it plenty of times. Where they would allow, white suitors around daughters, around that I've seen personally, for the complexion scenario, so the children come out lighter. That's a little bit different than what Black Americans usually allow. Like they're not gonna allow any old kind of, treatment just so the complexion will be different. In fact, like she said, like Keisha's mother's light. She's I don't want nobody lighter than me in the bed. That's generally it's like that's what I hear. Like if you're a dark skinned woman, you're gonna be hit on a lot by a lot of lighter skinned men, right? Generally, and if you're a dark skinned male, right? Mm-hmm. Every one of somebody that I've been with in my whole life have been lighter than me, except one.
I like dark women.
Yeah, I mean I like dark women, but lighter women generally have liked me. Right, so it's like, but in certain Cubans, certain Hispanic cultures, Haitian cultures, they are color stressed.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say something? As somebody who don't know anything about South Florida Haitians, I'm super neutral on this issue. I'm just going by what I've seen in the history of Kodak Black, said person. We seen what he said about Nipsey Hussle. I'm like, the shit that he be saying, like I don't.
There's no thought process.
Right. And I think me personally, I think he's just a product of his environment. I think he just was a young nigga, came up in that community of Haitians who think a certain way, and he probably had the option to think a different way. But I think he probably came up poor, and that's what he was around, and that's what he know. But back to, I wanted to say something about the whole Chris Brown thing. I just want to get that part out of the way. My whole problem with it was, out of all the things that have been said in hip hop history, that's what y'all.
Yeah, I saw somebody else say that.
Y'all, we so struck on colorism. Motherfuckers been talking about pimping hoes, shooting niggas in their own community, selling poison in their community.
Somebody
talking about some hair.
Okay, brother Josh.
Raping, killing.
Listen,
roping.
Somebody was like,
roping.
Somebody was like, what the fuck? It was like, oh, just typical black woman shit. You can degrade every part of her body except her hair. What the fuck? I was like, oh, damn.
Facts.
That's kind of.
I mean, I hate to say that.
Shots fucking fired.
That is quite factual.
Hey, hold on. I put that on Facebook like years ago. I was like, yo, in the club, you can grab a chick ass and grind up on her, but you can't touch her hair.
Yeah, he's right too. Yeah.
And not only that, the songs they play in the club, smack that bitch in the face, fuck her, skid on the ass. Watch your ass.
How about this? I was listening
to it. Like it ain't
Short is prolific, and I love all his shit. But I'm also not offended by Chris Brown. So
I was listening to Big Timers, right? Like recently, and I forgot that you get Jerome on.
Bitch, punch
yes.
that hoe.
I was like,
I swear to God, I said it in this song.
Get your roll on, slap that bitch. punch
We playing that shit when we was in Miami.
The whole crowd be lit though.
Son, I was like,
this is Cameron. Cameron be talking about.
wait a treat a bitch, beat a bitch, something like that. Then you eat a bitch or some shit like that. Then you hit the stick and
early '90s rap. Like you could rap like that in the '90s.
Yeah.
You can't say.
I'm mad that I said bitch way too much. Like this show is just
wow. That was my whole problem with it. When I heard it, I was like, let's find bigger things that people have said in hip hop that have an issue. As somebody who grew up on the 3 6 Mafia fan, you can hear one song that's 20 times worse than what the fuck Chris Brown said about some hair.
I mean, I think what bothered me, like I said, it didn't bother me because when he said black women with good hair, I was like, oh, okay, well, black women have good hair. Like, so for the women that were offended, my question is, are you just assuming that black women don't have good hair?
Probably.
Or what do you, like, what's...
Her dog
will holler every time.
Like, maybe that's the issue. And I've also heard that. Like, I hear a lot of, like, even, like, when I'm out and stuff, like, I'll hear other fellow black women, they're like, oh, you know, I like your hair. I wish my hair was like that. But no, your hair is awesome. No, I don't have your curl pattern. No, you have your own. And it's beautiful. Like, why don't you like your hair?
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Is like, these people don't like themselves. That's why they get offended by it. Yeah. So when he said good hair, he's like, man, I don't have good hair. Let me get mad and fucking tweet him. And this nigga's not going to answer that at all. So
he answered. Hella ignorant. So I'm getting y'all lace fronts, all y'all ugly. Somebody drop a profile picture.
So then I wonder if this is just a general question. Do black people conform to other people's views of beauty instead of what we
absolutely
beautiful?
I mean, but it's not, but it's so deep. Prime example, I have a friend, she is one of 4 children. Of those 4 children, she has like the kinkiest hair. And growing up, she would always hear, oh, I don't have time to do her hair right now. Oh, it's about to take so much. Oh God, your hair's so rough, your hair's so like that shit is ingrained in you. But moms say that, it sounds bad, but black moms say that all the time.
Oh, no, I've heard it,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like dealing with your hair today. You hear that from the time you like 2 until you like 16. You're not going to feel like dealing with your shit either. You're going to feel like, oh, my shit is bad, my shit is this. And that's not the case. I'm going to cover it up. Yeah, that's not the case. Like, in that particular friend, like, they put her perm in her hair very early. Aww. And it broke off, like, the middle of her hair, all this other stuff. Got to college, started, like, growing her natural hair. Both me and my mom like helped her like because she had never dealt with her hair, so she had to learn how to care for her hair. Her hair is beautiful, and it's the longest it's ever fucking been.
You know what? And how she look? I've come to realize something. The
whole story is told. That's
I don't know if it's me getting older, but I've come to realize something. Working at the airport at TSA, we meet all kind of different people, right?
Yes.
I've come to realize I find women more beautiful who have natural hair than women who got 20 pounds of weave on their head. I don't know if it's just me, but I dig the natural hair look.
I mean,
that's just me. I'm saying that I feel like that's a sign of.
I appreciate confidence either way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go,
I'm saying this is my preference. I'm not saying it's right or wrong either way.
If I could wear different fitted hats, gotta throw a wig on.
Do that. But take care of what's underneath the wig too. Like don't neglect that.
Yeah, true.
That's important.
I've never. As far as Chris Brown goes, I mean. You're gonna have more options depending on how many women you can get. So he could be more selective.
Absolutely.
Because of stage life, right?
Absolutely.
So that goes with the territory.
Right? The same way he say no darkies is still gonna be some darkies still trying to fuck.
Yeah, I think he I think he kind of has a problem with women. Like I think he kind of.
That sounds
I don't want to say like sort of a hate, but he has.
There's some self-loathing there.
But like it goes back to the beginning. Like pussy's been too easy for him to get since he was like 16.
Oh, it's time for him to get some man butt now. Then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
that might be his problem.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm like, who discriminates what color? Like
exactly. I'm like, bro.
I've seen.
Like younger generations. Like I've heard a friend of mine, his little brother. He's like 16, 17 at the time. And he was like, oh, nah, I can't deal with what he said was a regular chick. And I was like, well, what's a regular chick? And he was like, oh, well, if she not foreign, I'm not fucking with her. I was like, oh, so you mean like from Nigeria? And he was like, oh, nah, she got to be like mixed with the mixed hair. It got to be long. And I was like,
what is this little nigga?
I was so confused. I was so taken aback.
Man, bring that little nigga around us so we can
be like, have you seen her mom? She's Jamaican.
Yeah, exactly.
The fuck?
I'm like, these dudes like, oh, she a foreign. Like, bitch, y'all went to high school together. How the fuck is she foreign? You stupid ass guy.
It's just
her mama foreign. Fuck her mama.
It's just hilarious to see that we fight so hard to for racism and all this stuff in order to just recreate it within our own society.
Yeah,
because we don't. It's a personal issue. We don't like ourselves.
Yeah,
I love me.
I love.
Well, I mean, in general,
we fight.
I love me.
I mean, some of us fight for racism, but mostly it's like if you're a part of a society, it's like I said 2 weeks ago. It's like if you're in countries that are black and you see black people on, but you're really run by white people, really. Like if you're in Nigeria, if you're in Jamaica, and you see black people, but your country is still run by white society, and you feel a certain way about yourself, you might turn that on its head on yourself. So if you're a black American, your skin bleach more so in those countries than in a country like America, where you want your blackness to stand out more. So, and that's why that happens in those countries, because you see blackness, but the power behind you is still the colonial power, right? Because the money shows who's in power. So when it comes to natural or not natural, it's like somebody says, "Oh, you're a millionaire," you're not gonna be offended. You feel offended because
you feel some type of way.
You feel that way because your hair is not. You're already thinking he needs mixed hair.
Yeah.
You're not thinking that your style, your dreads, your whatever. It's not nice.
Yeah.
I could just say that personally, like Josh was saying. I've never had a girlfriend, wife, whatever that wore a weave. Like that's my personal preference because it does say a little bit about your own self-confidence.
Maybe
when you could wear your own hair on all the time, not that you never put a weave in at all, but people that live in it, that so much to the fact that their own hair is no longer
a factor.
Really a factor. Like that says something about you, and it also has a lot to do with how much money you put into it. Like if you do your own natural hair, you're probably not spending hundreds a month on your hair.
Nah, right? But them products could be hella expensive. Don't try to tell you.
Yeah, it can, but if you put in weeds every month, it's gonna be a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it is.
And
that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Like that's why I'm like, it's not a case of I wouldn't wear it. It just doesn't make financial sense to me. Like I'm like, bro, if I first of all, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna buy human hair, which means I'm gonna still have to take care of it. I still gotta wash that bitch. I still gotta condition that bitch. It's like doing my hair. Yeah. But I just paid extra money for somebody else's shit. Why would I do that? I get some braids though. Yeah. That's easy. Like if I get a weave, it's so I don't have to touch my shit.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, this is the moral to this whole story.
Love yourself.
That and who the fuck cares what Chris Brown thinks?
Yourself, like that little
bro, like every time a celebrity say something, we all say like, who the fuck gives a fuck what they think, yo? Like nobody cares. Like, bro, I ain't worried about no.
I also find it funny that they focus so. First of all, I never even heard who listens to Chris Brown songs for his lyrics in the first place. I don't fucking know. I never listened to his fucking.
I don't think that nigga.
Not since he had a lisp. Like, not since he said a titin. That's the last time I heard like actual verses from him. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but now, like, come on, dog. They all talk about the same shit. Like, what is you saying, dog? Y'all ain't jumping on Wayne when he talk about he keep a foreign and a bad bitch. You know, they got the song "A Bitch Bad." From the islands, you know, everybody repping that shit. Y'all bitches ain't from the islands. Like I don't understand.
He got different baby mamas. They all come in different shades. So nobody cares. Yeah. Am I lying?
He does.
Thank you.
But I'm just saying, like, I just like, why are you like, why? And not to mention, like, he also had a whole song where he appreciated melanin. I don't know if the song with Remy Ma. Yeah, Chris Brown, him and Remy Ma. Like that's what the song was about. It was about brown skinned women. Like that's what dark skinned women. That's what it was about. It wasn't that much uproar about him appreciating us.
Oh no, it's never gonna be that.
like y'all find this one line in this one fucking song,
you know,
and you already know he got a preference. Look at his baby mama and his last girlfriend and the way he dating now. So what you mad about? Because it's not you.
Back when you go back to like you know how celebrities like maybe just at that time when he was at the club, I just feel for light skinned women right now. You know what I'm saying?
Who
maybe
knows?
a couple weeks later, you feel for dark skin. No lighties or some shit.
And that shows how easy it is for them to get pussy. Like, you gotta, I'm gonna just fuck all light skin bitches this week. Like, okay.
I think I'm gonna fuck with this side of the checkerboard. What the fuck?
Fuck that guy.
Who cares? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I'm not mad at what he said. I just don't care.
I just didn't get it. I was like,
I just thought it was stupid. Like, why do people care?
Hair. That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Just don't care about it. That's just, I mean, it's that simple. Just don't care. Just don't give a fuck. It's okay, guys.
Black women, love your hair. Love
yourselves.
You don't have to look for validation. I mean, we all do, but
love a Jai also.
Don't look for validation outside from Chris Brown. Like,
come on.
That baby don't love himself.
A Jai wants you to give his.
Wait, he got a daughter now.
Yeah.
That's like, should give him another.
I felt like for a little while it changed him. I don't know what happened, but maybe she's not living with him the way she was because for a little while after she was born, he had her for a lot.
That's what it is.
And he looked like healthier. He was gaining weight in his face and shit. I don't think he got her.
No, that's him when he got in prison. I think it's prison fat.
Yeah.
Oh, was that right around the time the baby was born?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, I thought it was a little
prison fat.
So prison's good for you.
You get potatoes.
Taters.
I mean, look at Gucci Mane. Shit.
It's like a preservative.
That nigga got skinny. That nigga got skinny and cut.
Got his teeth done.
That nigga got an 8-pack now. I'm like, fuck you, Gucci Mane.
That nigga got a teeth fixed and everything.
Yeah, the Wobster. I'm just like, I can't even look at him the same no more. I'm like, nigga.
He had the correct.
Shout out to Keisha Kaler, dog. She earned him.
He had the correct.
Yeah, he got a song. Damn, I just heard that. Like, he was just telling what's going on, and it's like he gave her a gang of credit, even though that's his wife, but he was like he kept it 100 on that shit.
Yeah, isn't it when he went to jail? Like he gave her like a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
and she doubled it. Like she like doubled it or some shit.
Yeah, can't get mad at that.
I can't get a chick to give me extra pancakes. Fucking extra money.
Can you rap?
Yeah, look, at this point, that's what you don't have to.
Tattoo in the face, dog. That's how you get the good ones.
The Mario Brother joint,
bro. You gotta get it, dog.
Bro, what is that on your face?
You get the ice cream.
This is my boyfriend.
And then you get
a tattoo on his fucking face about ice cream cone with a light.
Right quick, have y'all heard about this Blueface situation?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
So there's a video. I didn't see the video.
What do you
do? So there was a video of him kicking his mom and his sister out of the house. I guess at one point he actually like kicked his sister. I was like, damn, that's assault. He got some big ass feet, but that's not here nor there. So anywho, they were like saying that the mom was like putting out videos. The mom and the sister were saying that he was like being selfish and he wasn't doing anything for them, and the moment they speak up on it, then there's an issue. But meanwhile, he doing things for whatever women that he messing with living in his house, like shit like that. So he ended up releasing like surveillance footage from his house. Jesus. Like with the I guess the disagreements that they've been having in the past.
Who's wrong or right in this?
Who's Blueface again?
You know, the rap off beat.
He made that bust down Tatiana.
Okay.
Yeah. I personally, I never condone disrespecting one's parents or family members. Like, I feel like there's a way you can say things without being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Did he call them bitches?
I didn't see the video.
I hope not.
I saw the video.
I was just watching the video.
But I also feel like once you make it, like, family or not, I'm not entitled to take care of your every waking need. Like, what were you doing? But what would you have been doing if I hadn't made it? Now, if I do it, that's great, and I would love to. But don't feel like there's an
I'm not obligated to do shit for you.
Listen.
I'm gonna make sure you're not homeless. But if I'm doing for the girl that's sucking my dick and not you, why you mad? Like, I don't understand. You grown.
You take care of your dick. I tell my nephews that all the time. What? You take care of who take care of your dick. If your mom and your girl is arguing, who's gonna take care of your dick tonight?
Is that real advice?
Why do I feel like this is gonna be the name of the episode?
Take care of your dick tonight. That has to be the name.
Yeah, I can understand it.
All right, we like this now.
I'm not saying you just get rid of your mom, but like, listen, I gotta go home.
There's a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to say, okay, mom, listen, I love you. You know, I respect you, but you gotta stay in your lane.
Yeah. Okay, I saw the video. I'm gonna tell you, I seen the video. It looked like the girl, his sister, was trying to attack one of his girls or whatever. Mm-hmm. He had to break it up. Mm-hmm. I look at it as, okay, everybody got to respect everybody. Because at the end of the day, it is his house.
It's his
with
house.
his money.
And his money.
When he was staying with you mom, he had to respect your rules.
He put on the thing, when he was living in cars, nobody cared. Nobody fucking helped him out. He's like, he was living in his car for like a year and some change. Now he got bread. Everybody for like.
Well, I'm just saying, even before he lived in the car, he had to stay with his mom at some point. Yeah. He had to follow her rules. Maybe. So in his house, be like, "Yo, get the fuck out, or don't fuck with my girl." You got to respect that. So
I agree.
At the end of the day, he had to respect your house. You got to respect his house.
Family.
It is what it is.
Like, oh, yeah, I'm like, yo. Everybody talking about what they're gonna do. I'm like, if I hit the lotto, get money, I'm just a fucking parent.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's like you're not gonna buy me a house. Fuck no, you're a grown ass woman. You gotta marry somebody. The fuck is supposed to take care of you?
And you marry one of these niggas out here. And you entitled to that.
Y'all not gonna be on your ass. Listen, my money. I'm not.
Outside of the whole money thing though, like when it comes to like that dynamic between the woman that you're and I mean Blueface is probably not the woman that he's gonna seriously date or whatever, but in the situation where it is like your mom and the woman that you're seriously dating, like I personally for lack of a better term, I think it's very bitch made to not stand up for the woman that you say you love and you want to spend the rest of your life with. I understand that's your mother, but there's a way that there has to be respect on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So the same way you can ask your lady like, hey, respect my mom, you need to be able to go sit down with your mom and say, hey, respect my lady. Like,
but he a prick though, so they gotta be wild about that.
Hey, mama, cuz.
On the dead low.
Hey, look here, bitch. And I don't even like saying that shit, mama, cuz. But you gotta get the fuck out of my house, cuz.
That's like, interesting. Bro, like I had a run-in when I lived in Macon. There was a guy that I was seriously dating there. Really awesome guy. Really great qualities, all that stuff. Well, he comes from like a traditional Jamaican family, so he's the eldest son, so he's like really responsible, like real good material. Yeah. So his mother was, I guess.
I just want to know how y'all dance.
Bro, you Jamaican? What the fuck?
And the eldest son.
We danced a lot at home. But no, anywho, his mother was like really into their business, very overbearing. Like that was her thing. You know what I'm saying?
My mom was not like that.
So, but his mom, she lived in Jamaica, but she wasn't born there. She's from Pleasant Hill area. But she was like, so anywho, long story short, the mom had a tendency to be in their business and do different, she did too much. Mm-hmm. This particular time, I was coming with him to their church. It was my first time meeting his mom, not his dad, because he worked in the hospital, so I'd already met his dad. First time meeting his mom, and while we're on the way there, he makes a comment about his mom commenting on my financial situation.
Oh, wow.
So at the time, I had left Mercer because I had to work 2.5 jobs to take care of myself and my mom and get back on financial track. She proceeded to tell him she proceeded to imply or infer that I was dating him because I needed money.
She not have no money?
I was like, and what really blew me was she actually got this information from somebody at the school. Yeah. That's what really blew me. So I was like, you went out of your way to find something to make me look bad. And I was like, that's crazy because she should have also found out that I was there on a full scholarship. I could have stayed if I wanted to. I left to help my family. And when I left, I had a 4.0. Yeah. I was on track. You know what I'm saying? I was good. So we get to the church. We sit in the service, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm like, listen, when we get done, I think we should just go back to the car. I don't think you should have told me that before I met your mom because I'm not accustomed to that. Like, it's not gonna go well. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's not gonna go well. Sure enough, we get there. We in the parking lot. See his dad. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah. Talk to his brothers. Yada, yada, yada. She's standing there, looking all judgmental. In my mind, it could be because I had already had the story in my head. And she was like, so, tell us about yourself. And that was all it took for me. Like, that was all it took for me.
But you already know about yourself.
And that's what I said. I was like, I feel like you already know all you need to know. And I basically ran her down. I didn't curse at her, but I did let her know that what she did was not Christian-like for sure. And you standing here in the parking lot and you over here standing next to Deacon, but you being this vicious. I was like, and I also said if I really wanted money, I would have chose your husband and not your son. But I was mad by then, so I was mad. I was mad.
It's reckless.
That was like,
I was mad.
Yeah, that's like.
I was mad.
Hold on.
I was mad. No, they were just standing there, and I think, and that was the issue. And I said, your issue is you live in a house with all men, and they let you run rampant all in their lives, but you're not gonna do that here because you don't pay no bills here, and you don't know my story. Like, don't disrespect me. Don't do that.
Translation. I pop my pussy for your son, not for you.
In your house, by the way.
Popping that pussy in the house.
So anywho, long story short, she was very much offended. She was very much offended, but I knew that I was in the right because her husband didn't even speak up. Like they were all just standing there.
You just
like,
said you would have gave him some pussy.
Shut up, you're ignorant.
I
just like, I was like, yo, like, well, so she was like, you know, you never welcome in my house, blah, blah. And I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I was like, I be there all the time. What is you talking about? But okay, sis.
He be like, no. She don't know what to talk about.
But yeah, it was really bad. It was, she was very, she's still mad at me to this day. It's actually pretty hilarious.
What's your name?
Dad, like,
good?
You okay? You have a job?
Yeah, that's probably like, yeah.
Need a couple of dollars?
And I was mad at him. I was like, I understand that she be in your life, but listen, don't, because if I gotta check her, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. You need to do that shit. Or just don't fucking tell me. Why would you tell me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah. I would say this.
Shit. God damn it, Joe. We got 5 minutes. Niggas gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You gotta go? Alright, so I'm gonna say that, yes. With families, it was probably a long-standing problem. You know, I have sisters, you know. My mother didn't really get into my affairs, but, you know, some mothers do. But it's like, you know, do you take the side of it, the woman that you're with at the moment, or you take the side of your family. So it's kind of hard to decide which one you take sometimes with, depending on how close you are with your family.
Yeah.
Right? So, the blue face scenario is just like, is that his name? Blue skin?
Yeah, that's that baby name.
Blue skin? Blue face? Oh,
blue face. Because he has a Benjamin Franklin on his face.
Oh, blue balls?
Blue face.
Yeah,
that's the worst tattoo I've ever seen in my life.
His name is Blue Face.
Yeah, blue face. Like,
an old white man on his face.
Somebody's living in this
he wants old white men on his face, that's why.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, but you know, it's things that happen all the time with families and women. And,
Come on with that song. What's on my face, Tatiana?
Moving forward. Yes.
It's just competition that they have sometimes. I have sisters and nieces, and funny thing is that a lot of women in the family they really are really challenged by somebody that you bring when they really think that's the person you're probably going to be with.
Yeah.
And they really do have this competition that I didn't know before I got married.
I just feel like it's your responsibility to check your family. Like my mom, she'll do that sometimes with my brother, and I will tell her, like, nah, back up, chill out, calm down.
With some people, I definitely, you know, I don't have a problem checking family, and then some family kind of goes by the wayside. The same thing when you're with a woman and she had like male friends, she had like her people. All her people can't come along for the ride. Some people might. Don't like to change, because some like, say you have male friends and they, you know, they can't deal with you being in a serious relationship. They like your availability, even if it wasn't a relationship. There are people that you might be around and like, I like her around. Mm-hmm. If somebody comes around and takes you away, there's a friction that happens. Same thing with people who have your actual family. The same thing happens, and it's just mind-boggling to me. So it's kind of what it's.
All right,
probably.
I want to send a quick shout out.
Shout out
to hold on, what's her name? Coco.
This nigga.
Golf. I want to.
Corey Golf.
Coco.
Yeah, 15-year-old tearing up Wimbledon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The youngest to ever
qualify
for Wimbledon.
Shout out to the exchange between her and Venus as well. Like Venus congratulated her, and she was like, "Thank you, thank you for all it. It's because of you that I'm here. So thank you."
That's what's up.
Don't give a fuck. She like, my birthday's good. I made history. Like she's good. She's not hurt that girl beat her. Like shout out to her for keeping it classy and
absolutely.
It's like, listen, I got a lot of money.
I'm good, sis.
They own like her and Serena own like a part of the fucking Florida Dolphins, right? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's
Miami
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah. So she's like, go ahead, young girl.
Nobody wants that.
Man, fuck y'all. It's all about the Raider Nike.
I mean, you know,
to keep going, fuck them.
Fuck them Giants.
Yeah, fuck those guys too. Yeah, okay.
This guy's a sport.
Yeah, fuck that. Well,
shout out to the U.S. women's soccer team.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Doing some.
Shout out to whoever that soccer player was.
Yeah, I'm
that
about to put some money on that shit.
The British players.
Because they already beat the best team. The best team was fucking like France or some shit.
Oh yeah, they fucked them up.
And they smacked them. It was like 3-1 or some shit like that. And they just beat fucking the last team. Then they beat a team like 13-1. Like it was like Germany or some shit.
Yeah,
bro, in soccer?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's embarrassing as hell.
Yeah,
I went home.
They don't get a mercy ruling?
Nah.
Shit, I would have gave up running on that damn field. Fuck that.
Yeah, they wildin'.
So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to all this crazy shit going on in the NBA and people making these moves and switches and all that. We'll talk about that probably next week or some shit. Yeah, but I don't know. I think this was a good episode, man. I enjoyed it thoroughly, actually. Oz, thanks for coming back with the cord. That was
appreciate
clutch.
You, dog.
Sorry, shit.
I know you are, sir. I know you are. It's okay.
Clutch man.
Thank you.
Clutch man, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, somebody was asking, like, well, Tierra, she was like, y'all going back live? I was like, we gotta wait for the charger.
Gotta wait for the director.
Yeah, the director.
Tokyo Vanity, the Chunkster.
Love you guys.
What'd you say?
Is it time to go? It's time to go.
Yeah, all right, yeah, man, it's time to go. But this was your boy Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
This is Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
This is I'm hungry like Josh today. I got one more thing I'm hungry today like Josh. This is Joe Cool. I got one more thing to say though.
Kenny Hardaway.
I can't say it, Joe, dog.
Unreal fiction.
AKA Unreal Stiction.
Call you fiction.
And this was the Unfamous Podcast, yo. We'll holla at y'all later, alright? Episode 106 and we're done. Peace.
Peace out.
What's the name of the episode? I forgot.